of cocktails were flying, and I'm like, oh my God.
Standing across the street that night, that little 18-year-old boy who was me, I never thought that I'd be here 50 years later talking about it. We didn't know it was history.
Mark Siegel was at the Stonewall Inn 50 years ago today when police raided the New York City gay bar. At the time, homosexuality was criminalized and police busts were common. Fed up, Stonewall's patrons fought back in the early morning hours of June 28, 1969, starting what would become an unprecedented movement for LGBTQ plus rights.
The revolution is here, thank God.
I mean, it's the countercultural 1960s. Black people are fighting for their rights, Latinos are fighting for their rights, women are fighting for their rights. What about us? What about me?
5 independent groups across the United States, maybe more now.
The first anniversary of the Stonewall Rebellion was marked with what activists called Christopher Street Liberation Day, starting an annual gay pride tradition that is now celebrated in a host of countries around the world. Earlier this month, the New York Police Department apologized for the first time for the raid on the Stonewall Inn and for the anti-gay laws of the time.
I do know what happened should not have happened. The actions taken by the NYPD were wrong, plain and simple.
Stacy Lentz is a current co-owner of the Stonewall Inn.
Stonewall is not just a bar, it really is a symbol. It's the birthplace of gay rights.
And 5 decades later, the fight for those rights isn't over.
So to keep it at that forefront and to use that legacy across the country in places where equality has been slow to arrive, as well as globally, Uganda, Ukraine, places, the 70 countries where you can still be criminalized for LGBTQ, that's what we have to do with Stonewall. We have to keep it at the forefront, using its legacy, its name, and its ability to raise awareness.
New York City is hosting World Pride this month, coinciding with Stonewall's 50th anniversary. New York City's World Pride celebrations grand finale is set for Sunday with a march, and it's billed as the biggest pride event on the globe. The parade, it will go past the Stonewall National Monument, and more than 3 million people expected to take part in pride events this weekend in the Big Apple.